Going to do something again a little different today. I'm studying Hebrews right now, and I'm going through chapter 1. We just finished actually our Bible study this morning on chapter 1, and I wanted to share some observations with you. In chapter 1 of Hebrews, verses 1 and 2, he says God, after he spoke long ago to the fathers and the prophets in many portions, in many ways, these last days he has spoken to us and his sons. There's a repetition here between spoken. Remember, I've told you in previous posts that repetition is important. So as I look through this, look at what happens. He lays out his case in verses 1 through 4, and then verse 5 through 13, he starts quoting from the Old Testament. And look at how he does it. He repeats the notion of say or speak um, 5 times. Look at this. For which the angels did he ever say in verse 5. In verse 6, he brings the firstborn of the world. He says, of the angels, he says in verse 7. In verse 8, but of the Son, he says in verse 8, I'm sorry. And in verse 13, to which of the angels did he ever said? And so what he's saying, he's talking about the supremacy of Christ. And the interesting thing here to me is that he says in the old days or long ago, he spoke to the fathers, the prophets, and he's spoken to us now in his son, but then he validates that, not with reason or with any kind of logic, but he validates it from the Old Testament and primarily from Psalms. You can see the quotes where the Psalm 1:5 comes from Psalm 2:7. 1:6 comes from Psalm 97:7. 1:7 comes from Psalm 104:4. 1:8 comes from Psalm 45:6. 7 and 8. 6 and 7. And then Psalm 102, 25, 26, 27 is verses 10, 11, and 12. And then Psalm 110:1 is verse 13. So what he's saying is that he's using the Old Testament to validate the position that the new covenant or the Son is superior or is now the main way in which God speaks to us. So one of the things that's is an application that reminds me of what we saw in Jeremiah is that the supremacy of the Word of God and the importance of the Word of God in terms of what we share with people, that we have to continually elevate the Word and the nature of God before people. So I just thought it was interesting. Thought you might be interested in seeing that. If you have any questions or comments about that, just give me a shout. Thanks. Bye-bye.